Democratic-led House poised to give Trump big win on trade. Washington, AP. One day after impeaching President Donald Trump, the Democratic-led House looks poised to overwhelmingly pass one of his signature priorities, a rewrite of the 25-year-old free trade agreement he blames for shipping U.S. manufacturing jobs to Mexico. The House began debate Thursday on a bill putting in place terms of the United States-Mexico-Canada agreement. The legislation was expected to pass with bipartisan support after House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and her colleagues won key concessions from an administration anxious to pass the trade deal before next year's election season makes that task more difficult. The agreement is projected to have only a modest impact on the economy, but it gives lawmakers from both parties the chance to support an agreement sought by farmers, ranchers and business owners anxious to move past the months of trade tensions that have complicated spending and hiring decisions. Trump made tearing up the North American Free Trade Agreement a hallmark of his presidential run in 2016 as he tried to win over working-class voters in states such as Michigan, Ohio, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. Critics said it couldn't be done, but he made it happen. Another promise made, another promise kept, said House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, Republican California. It was unclear how many Democrats would vote for the bill. Some say the agreement still doesn't do enough to prevent U.S. jobs from relocating to Mexico, but it has won praise from Democrats who have routinely voted against prior trade agreements. 26 years ago, I opposed NAFTA with every bone in my body, said Representative John Lewis, Democrat Georgia. I never thought the day would come when we would have the opportunity to right some of the wrongs in that agreement. Pelosi, Democrat California, said the agreement before lawmakers Thursday was light years ahead of what the administration negotiated with Canada and Mexico. We knew we could do better, Pelosi said. If the House passed the trade legislation as expected, the Senate probably would take it up when its members returned from the holidays and after dealing with impeachment. The original NAFTA phased out nearly all tariffs on goods produced and traded within North America. It was extraordinary because it linked two wealthy, developed countries with a poor, developing country. Since then, trade with Canada and Mexico has increased more rapidly than trade with most other countries. Democrats for years have charged that NAFTA led to massive losses of high-paying manufacturing jobs in the U.S. as companies moved production to low-wage Mexico. Trump distinguished himself from free trade Republicans in the presidential primary with his NAFTA-bashing rhetoric, and his administration got Canada and Mexico to negotiate a rewrite. The International Trade Com. For more on this story, visit the news article link.